The San Francisco 49ers have their veteran backup quarterback. It is Sam Darnold, according to ESPN's Adam Schefter. We're about to talk about it here on the San Francisco 49ers Report by Chat Sports. I'm Chase Sr., and today's show is sponsored by RexMD. You can get up to 90% off, $2 per dosage at rexmd.com/chat. Number one leader in men's telehealth. We'll put that link in the comment section and in the description of this video. So it's been a pretty active day for the Niners today on day one of NFL free agency. And anytime there's a quarterback involved, a lot of talking points, a lot to discuss. That's the case here with Sam Darnold. Pretty interesting signing for San Francisco on day one of NFL free agency. This is a player who has a ton of starting experience, who comes to the Bay Area with a lot of pedigree for a football team that right now only has one active quarterback if they were to play a game tomorrow or today. That is Sam Darnold. And Brock Purdy, going to be out for a little while with that elbow injury. Trey Lance still coming off that ankle injury. So you need that insurance at the quarterback position, and the Niners look at Sam Darnold as the guy who can be and serve in that role. This is the veteran quarterback that John Lynch was talking about and what he alluded to from the NFL Scouting Combine in Indianapolis. He was asked about the quarterback position. He talked about Brock Purdy. He talked about Trey Lance. He said they were going to scour the veteran quarterback market. So we knew at some point a veteran with a lot of experience was going to come in. Who is it going to be? An Andy Darnold type? Was it going to be a Jacoby Brissett, who I had said was probably going to be too expensive? Niners, Baker Mayfield, rumored to have interest in one another, but it's not that because Baker could have a starting opportunity with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Sam Darnold wasn't going to have a starting opportunity. So now he goes to San Francisco. He can team up with the best offensive coach that he's ever had in Kyle Shanahan to try to resurrect his career. And speaking of that career, his path, it's been tumultuous. It's been rocky. I still remember his pro day. He was slinging the football in some awful conditions, and he looked really good. But here's the thing about a pro day. You're doing it in shorts and a t-shirt, and that game never really translated to the NFL level. Now, you can make the argument that he didn't have a good supporting cast, a good foundation with the New York Jets, and the same could have been said during his tenure with the Carolina Panthers. Can the San Francisco 49ers be the team that taps into his ability? Well, he's probably not going to have an opportunity unless Brock Purdy is still injured. Trey Lance either falls flat on his face or gets injured again, but it's certainly fascinating for a couple of reasons. Drafted third overall, like Trey Lance, was with the Jets from 2018 to 2020. Past couple of seasons with the Carolina Panthers, they had brought him in under the Matt Rule regime, hoping that they were going to be able to bring out the player that they saw at USC. That player hasn't been around in a long time, and now he signs with the San Francisco 49ers to try to get back on track. So with that, today's poll question is this. Sound off. We want to hear from you down in the comment section. Do you like the signing of Sam Darnold? L for like, D for dislike. Let me know down below. As I said, San Francisco 49ers Report is sponsored by RexMD, number one in men's telehealth. You can find out more by heading to rexmd.com/chat. Fellas, do you sometimes lack confidence in the bedroom? At times throughout his NFL career, Sam Darnold has lacked confidence making throws. We've all had those nights, and Sam Darnold has had those days in between the lines where we get too nervous or maybe had too much to drink. There's nothing worse than not being able to put the stick shift in drive when you need it the most. But have no fear, RexMD is here, spreading cheer even when you have a few too many beers. RexMD, FDA approved, the most trusted leader in men's telehealth. They have sponsored today's 49ers Report to help you always be prepared. RexMD has made it simple, easy, and cost-effective to help all the men out there last longer and feel more confident in the bedroom. RexMD makes getting generic and branded Viagra or Cialis very easy. Everything's online, even the prescription, and they deliver it discreetly to your door. No waiting rooms, no embarrassing trips to the doctor, no insurance, no copays. So take advantage of their best deal they've ever offered and save up to 90% off. Only pay $2 per dosage with our exclusive link, rexmd.com/chat, for this limited time deal. Starter packs of generic Viagra or Cialis are now available for our listeners and our viewers. That's rexmd.com/chat. for up to 90% off. We're going to put that link in the comment section. We're going to put it in the description of this video. As for what Sam Darnold has done recently, he had 6 starts with Carolina last year, completed less than 59% of his passes, more than 1,100 yards, 7 touchdowns, 3 interceptions, and was not able to win a lot of games. But with Kyle Shanahan, can he do a little bit better? With Brian Griese, who did a good job with Jimmy Garoppolo, Trey Lance, and Brock Purdy, can he elevate his game to a certain degree? Here's a look at what he's done throughout his NFL career. Like I said, I think what's important here is that Sam Darnold has played in a lot of games up to this point so far in his NFL career. 55 starts for Sam Darnold, if I'm doing the math there correctly. But here's the problem. He's inaccurate. He's inconsistent. He's completed less than 60% of his passes, only 61 touchdowns to 55 picks, yards per attempt at 8.2. The decision-making and some of the mistakes that he's made have snake-bitten his team. This is a player who has a ton of athletic upside with his size, with his arm strength. He can simply do some freakish things on the football field. There's been a couple of plays where he's been able to extend plays out of structure, improvisationally, make throws across his body. He'll do that, making you say, wow, that's the type of prospect we saw at USC. And then there will be a defender right in front of your face, like I am here on camera. He'll throw the football right to him, and you're like, Sam, what are you thinking in your progression? I will say this about this acquisition. This is a safe option for quarterback 3, and a guy that Kyle Shanahan can work with, and a guy that Kyle Shanahan can maximize. In addition to Brian Griese, with all these weapons, he finally has a foundation that he hasn't had throughout his career with Carolina and with the New York Jets. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, because when acquisitions like this are reported on, when they become official, when they're talked about, when there's rumors out there, when breaking news happens, we talk about it here on the San Francisco 49ers Report. This channel is hot, man, approaching 80,000 subscribers. Help us get there by hitting that subscribe button. Darnold as a quarterback, mobile, with a really good arm. He can make any throw on the football field. Again, it's the lack of accuracy that has really cost him at times. He can run a couple of different offensive styles as well. So if Trey Lance, for instance, is the starter, and he's running a lot of quarterback draw, RPO, quarterback keepers, and Kyle Shanahan is tapping into his mobility and athleticism, there won't be a massive drop-off between Trey Lance's style and Sam Darnold. But if Brock Purdy comes in at some point, he gets injured, and for some reason, Sam Darnold is next in line. He can run the type of offense that Purdy does, and honestly, do some of the things like twirl out of the pocket once the pocket breaks down to extend the play and make a throw downfield or pick up a first down with his legs. Here's what we know about Sam Darnold. He is a better option than Josh Johnson. San Francisco cannot afford to be in a position in which they're 1 win away from playing in a Super Bowl, and their quarterback is Josh Johnson against a team like the Philadelphia Eagles deep in the playoffs. It just cannot happen. You need more stability and depth at that quarterback spot. That's what Darnold is able to bring. And this is what tells me about this. This is what tells me is going on with the San Francisco 49ers quarterback situation. Look, I think they're going Purdy. I think they're going Lance on their rookie contracts, and then Sam Darnold is going to be the quarterback number 3. Maybe they bring in a QB4, not going to make the 53-man roster in my opinion, and because Purdy's going to be out basically the entire summer, I believe, into the regular season, because I would be cautious with him. That's at least my approach. Then it's going to be Trey Lance, Sam Darnold getting the quarterback 1 and quarterback 2 responsibilities throughout training camp. Of the backups available, Darnold may have the most potential to tap into as far as what he is capable of, because you look at some of the other backup quarterbacks on the market, none have really signed so far. Andy Dalton, Jacoby Brissett, Case Keenum did sign with the Houston Texans. Cooper Rush, a guy who I would have liked, but I think is going to demand a little bit too much money. Easton Stick signed with the Los Angeles Chargers. Baker Mayfield's still out there, but I think he wants borderline low-tier starter money. Sam Darnold makes a lot of sense for a couple of reasons and has a lot of potential as a former number 3 overall pick. And he hasn't had that stability in the NFL He didn't have it at USC either when he did some pretty special things with the football. Before we hop on out of here, make sure you interact with me on Twitter and Instagram. Really trying to step up the Instagram game here. So if you give me a follow, give me a shout as well at Chase_Senior. The Twitter game's always been strong. Just trying to become a lot more versatile. Like, let's say Deebo Samuel, running the ball, catching the ball. I'm trying to do it all here on social media as well. Keep it locked here on the Niners Report for future free agency signings, because today we've already pushed out a couple of videos. That's what you can expect from us moving forward.